I hate first-person shooters. I can't really play single-player first-person shooters. I have little to no motivation to play through them. I dread going through levels. I did force myself to beat a couple of them just because I, bought them. But why do I dislike first-person shooters? Are first-person shooters just not my thing? Here's the thing though. I can play multiplayer first-person shooters with no problem. You know the ones. Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, whatever. But I just can't play through single-player first-person shooters. But why? I like guns. I think they're cool. And I love single-player games. Why does my brain dislike single-player first-person shooters? So I wondered, what other games do I also not enjoy? Or what other games do I also kind of dread playing through? Maybe there's something in common, and that something is the reason I dislike first-person shooters. So I scoured through my brain, my backlog, my favorite games, the games I've spent the most time on. What games do I kind of dread playing through? And we got Bayonetta, Dark Souls 2 and 3, Elden Ring, DMC5, Doom Eternal, Dusk, a few Halos, Metroid Prime, Metal Gear Solid 5, Minecraft, Portal 1 and 2, Titanfall 2, and Ultrakill. Let me preface by saying this. I don't hate these games. In fact, I enjoyed many of them. But at the same time, I felt a bit of dread while playing them. Let's group these games. On the left, third-person action games. On the right, first-person games. And Metal Gear Solid 5 is somewhere in between. Clearly, the fault doesn't lie with first-person shooters. They do make up most of them, but this sense of dread I get extends to other genres. But what makes me feel this way? The answer is quite simple, honestly. It's just 3 words. I'm a pussy. Or put it another way, it's the anxiety, perspective, and isolation. I dislike the sense of isolation, this sense of anxiety. I can walk around a corner and get ambushed by an enemy. I could get spooked. And so, I dread going around that corner. I dread what's coming up next. It's this fear that makes it so difficult for me to go through these games. The ambiance, the vibe, the visuals, and the audio all combine to fill me with anxiety. I'm gonna come out with a confession. I only play single-player Minecraft survival in peaceful mode. I hate mining. Alone. Going into a cave to mine freaks me out. The mob noises coming from beneath me, the eerie music it plays sometimes, it all fills me with dread. I just want to turn around and run back to my base where safety is. Or I'll just press Alt F4. But when I'm playing with friends, I don't have the fear at all. In fact, I kinda enjoy it. Seeing all the new cave formations I've never seen before, filling up my inventory with ore. I like it, but only when I'm with friends. Terraria is another survival game sometimes talked about in relation to Minecraft. And by that I mean people compare them even though they're vastly different games. I adore Terraria. I love exploring the caves and going through the different biomes and dungeons. What's the difference? The most obvious one has to be the lack of a third dimension. The game's displayed completely differently. I can see all around me. I know where enemies are and where they come from. In Minecraft, I fear the unknown. I have no idea what's coming up next, what I'm going to encounter when I go deeper into the cave. But in Terraria, there's no anxiety. Nothing's going to pop out and catch me off guard. The same can be said for the Metroid games. Is Metroid Fusion not more creepy than Prime? Is being hunted and chased down by the enemy not more adrenaline-inducing than Prime? So why is it that Prime feels more unnerving? The third dimension is a factor. You can't see all around you unlike in the 2D Metroid games. But beyond that, you're stepping into the role of Samus Aran. You can see the reflection of your face on the visor. You are Samus Aran, and you are alone in this. No help is coming. There's a bit of a disconnect between you and the character you're playing as in a 2D game. Yeah, you're controlling them, except you're seeing the world from a god's perspective. That's not to say you don't feel like you're that character, but the effect is much stronger in the first-person game. I am Master Chief. I am the Doomslayer. I am Samus Aran. I'm feeling what they're feeling, not knowing what's coming up next, and the only thing keeping me company is my gun. Alright, but what about third-person games? You're not seeing the game from your character's perspective, and you have a much greater view of the area around you. What's filling you with anxiety now? Good game design. Take a look at the Soulsborne games. The games are set in shitholes. It's designed that way. The background, the environments, the story, the music, the mechanics, the characters, the vibe, it all comes together nicely. Each area and moments invoke feelings in you. For me, it's, I want to get the fuck out of here. You're all alone, going through a worn down place filled with horrific enemies, the eerie music blasting in your ears, the atmosphere filled with dread and devoid of life. And that's what's filling me with anxiety. It's sending signals to my brain, telling me to get out, to not move forward. And all these things are also present in first-person games. Remember what I said about mining in Minecraft? I'm completely fine with it when I'm playing with friends. It's all because I have companions. I'm no longer alone and isolated. I have someone with me to back me up and share the weight with me. The anxiety I feel playing alone is eliminated because I'm no longer in isolation. Humans are social animals after all, so it's natural I feel less dread and anxiety when I'm being kept company. I can't survive alone. I need others. And maybe that's why I like Nier Automata so much. Why I don't feel anxious to move forward in the game. Because I have 9S. He's making small talk. He's supporting me in combat. He's always right next to me, going through hell with me. Hey, and even without an android keeping me company, there's always the pods. I'm not implying any game I talked about should change. In fact, I think it's the opposite. These games are great the way they are. Minecraft wouldn't be what it is now if it was 2D. Metroid Prime wouldn't benefit from having an NPC accompanying Samus on her mission. It's actually great that the games can invoke a sense of anxiety and dread in the players. Sure, the players might not ever finish the game, but the emotions and feelings the game was designed to make them feel has been achieved. I'm not obligated to like every game, and not every game has to appeal to me. That said, will I ever play more single-player first-person shooters? I don't know. So, what's the point of this video? Am I discussing game design? Am I talking about how wonderful it is to have companions? Not really. I'm just telling you I'm a pussy that needs to be pampered.